So I want to be an actor, but I don't know how to get started. What do I do? That is the number one question I get about acting in this industry. Here are my answers to how to get started as an actor. The first thing I tell anyone when they tell me they want to be an actor is I tell them, don't. And there's a method to this madness. Although I say this half-heartedly and kind of jokingly, there is some truth to it. A lot of people want to get into acting because they want to be rich or famous. And if that is your motivation, you're going to burn out. You have to dig deeper than that. You have to have a deeper passion. If you want to be rich and famous, there are much easier ways to do it. There's social media. I mean, you can post a picture of your butt online and get followers. If that's what you're chasing, then there's easier ways. Acting is a craft. It's an art.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
And with it comes a deeper desire. So when I tell people not to get into acting, it's sort of a filtration thing. I'm filtering out people who are just chasing a fabricated idea of what acting is. Those who love acting and can take the rejection of acting, because that is the harsh reality of this industry, is if you want to be an actor, you have to be able to take rejection for 10 to 20 years even before you finally get that call, that break.
If they reject it, I reject it.
So you have to have thick skin. So if I tell you don't, and you take that advice, then I know you weren't ready to be an actor because you would drop out the second you got your first rejection. Those who don't listen to that advice, they're showing me something in them, that they have a drive that's deeper than the first person to tell them no. And with that, then I can get into the serious stuff of how to get started in this industry. Okay, so if you really do want to be an actor, I highly recommend doing theater.
The theater.
Theater will teach you so much about the art and craft of acting, especially if like your goal is to be in movies, to be on camera, and to have a movie that plays in a movie theater, or be in a TV series. The principles you will learn in theater on breaking down a character in a collaborative manner, that is beyond what you could learn in an acting class.
It's called character development.
You gotta go through that process. It's paying your dues. And you will learn how to love acting and to support other actors. The acting community in theater, they're so supportive of each other. And it's a beautiful relationship that you get to make with people. Don't rob yourself of that. If you want to be an actor in film, do theater. The other thing is like my number one piece of advice, and this relates to sort of the theater world, is if you want to be a great actor, get into improv immediately.
Improv?
Improv.
Google, search in your town, in neighboring towns, cities, whatever it is, improv classes, improv troupes. Go and take their classes, go and learn improv. Improv will teach you so much with acting and how to be present and accept what others are giving you. The thing is with acting in film, you do all the preparation work alone, and then you show up to set and you don't know what the other actor is going to do. I remember I was doing this scene with Willem Dafoe in a movie called Gonzo Girl. It hasn't come out yet as I'm shooting this video, but in the scene that I have with Willem Dafoe, every take, he did something different. There's a take where like he's really quiet and calm and cool, and then the next take, he might start that way and then break into like a scream at me.
Top notch.
Improv has taught me how to just accept the moment of whatever someone's giving me. I mean, that is such an incredible discipline to have in your tool belt of acting. Improv will teach you those things, to never negate what someone's giving you and just go with it. And you will get some beautiful performances out of that because they will be real and natural. My reactions are as genuine as they can be because I had no clue what he's going to give me each take. So improv and theater will train you for what you need to go into acting in film.
It's what actors do.
A lot of people are not prepared for their first time on a film set. They're long days, like 12 to 15 hour long days. That's going to be your work life. If you really want to be an actor, you have to get used to working 12 to 15 hour days every day. And that doesn't include your commute home, preparing for your scenes the next day, and your commute back, and trying to find some room in there to sleep or exercise, eat, all those things.
I don't feel so good.
So I highly recommend to anyone, go be an extra on a set. You will be there that whole day, most likely, and you will get the chance to see, one, the workings of a set, how it all works without having any responsibility, really. Because extras, background, they're so critical to what we do, but they don't have to carry a lot of responsibility in like the overall production.
Extras, background artists, right?
And so it's a great way to get your toes wet. Just get on a set, observe, don't bother people working because you'll get kicked off the set real fast as an extra doing something like that. Just watch and see what the actors are doing, see what the directors are doing, see what the crews are doing. Learn to understand what everyone's roles are and what they're doing just as an observer. That's an easy thing to do as an extra because no one's expecting you to, set up for the next scene or do anything.
I mean, there's good extras and bad extras.
I started as an extra. I know a lot of people have, and they were able to get that taste of film set life, working those long hours, and I became addicted to it immediately. I had done theater, I had done improv, but the second I was on a film set, I knew that was something I could never quit.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Okay, Mason, I get it. Like, you want me to do all these things that are paying my dues, but I want to be an actor. Okay, you have to pay your dues. But doesn't mean that while you're paying those dues, you can't be acting in things. When I was getting started, I was constantly looking for college projects, short films, because film students are always looking for actors who are willing to come out and be in a film because they usually don't have the money to hire actors.
His student film audition schedule is crazy hectic.
And that is your opportunity to start to build your resume, start to build your reel, really get to grind your teeth into creating characters on camera and getting that practice and exposure, as well as usually you get the opportunity to practice auditioning. And auditioning is a beast in itself, which we will dive into in this channel, teaching you the tricks and tips of auditioning and standing out in your auditions.
It's a pairs audition.
But it gets you those reps in. It lets you practice. It lets you do, again, lower stakes acting. So then once you have a decent reel, you have a decent resume, something you can be proud of, you start meeting with agents. You start meeting with casting directors and showing them what you have. And now you are ready to start taking on a higher responsibility of a role that is going to pay you money because they trust that you know what you're doing on set. There's nothing worse than hiring an actor and they're too green. They get to set and they don't know what they're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You can go into an audition room and fake your confidence, but it is very hard to fake that once you're on set for 18 hours in a day and act like you know what you're doing. So it's a lot easier to get those experience points first, those kind of beginner levels.
I leveled up.
And so that you're ready when the responsibility is in your hands, that you know what you're doing and you know how to perform on set. Agents are going to respond to that. Casting directors are going to recognize stuff like that. Directors and producers are definitely going to notice that kind of stuff, as well as your other actors.
I got this.
So I highly recommend this process of getting into acting. And so after you have built that up, like I said, that's when you're ready to go get an agent. That's when you're ready to have other people on your team working for you to get you jobs. I don't recommend just jumping straight into an agency because your inexperience is going to be pretty obvious with auditions, and agents are putting a lot at risk by suggesting you.
Don't embarrass me.
They're putting their necks on the line by saying, hey, we're sending you this guy because we think he's right for this role. Don't do that to an agent. Don't do that to yourself. Learn the craft. And if you're in love with it, doesn't matter how many no's you get, how much rejection and how long it takes, you will keep coming back and you'll keep fighting for it because you love acting.
I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it.
That's my tips for you for how to get started in acting. Please, if you have questions, if you need me to be more specific on things, if you want me to dive deeper on anything, please comment below. I will respond. I will talk to you, my team. We will get together and create more content for you. The purpose of this channel is to help you.
Help me help you.
Help you get started in this industry that is so cutthroat and hard. But by sharing our inside secrets, by sharing our experience, you don't have to make the same mistakes as taken others as long to do. This is literally the how-to guide to get started in this industry. Comment, subscribe, like, share. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.